If you're over 50 and you're looking to get stronger, you don't need more exercise. You need fewer done properly. And most people, coaches included, overcomplicate training and end up burning out, quitting, or even worse, getting injured so you can't actually train. See, the human body only moves in a few basic ways. We push, we pull, we stand, we sit, we lunge, we bend, and we stay upright. And if you can understand that, the confusion about designing training programs absolutely disappears. And in this video, I'm going to be your personal trainer and show you the 4 exercises that cover just about every single muscle group of the body and why they work so well for people after 50. If you haven't met yet, I'm Gavin. I co-own New Zealand's only fitness studio for people over the age of 40. And designing fitness programs and coaching people in personal training is what I do all day long. So let's go into the gym and I'm going to show you exactly what these exercises are with modifications and alternatives. So I'm hoping there's going to be at least 4 exercises out of the whole group that you can actually do. Before we jump in though, if you are looking for a full body workout that's been designed for people over the age of 40, it's been downloaded over 10,000 times and I'm having some amazing feedback of how useful it is for people just starting out. All you need to do is comment strength down below and I'll send that to you absolutely free. So the first exercise we're going to look for is something called a sit to stand, okay? And the alternative exercise is going to be a step up. Now the thing of it is, sit to stand is such a functional exercise, and functional gets thrown around a lot. It just means, in my view anyway, that it gives you like lifestyle fitness. It means that if you can learn to get up off a chair without using your arms, you can translate to everywhere. You know, you can be stronger, you can be fitter, and it teaches you a fundamental movement pattern, which is basically the squat. And the funny thing is, as we get older, our leg strength declines twice as fast as our upper body strength. So it's really important to keep it strong. So a sit to stand simply would be, I'm gonna sit on a chair this way. I would like to have my legs at about 90 degrees, okay? I'm gonna put my arms across the front of my body, and as I lean forward, there's a couple of things I want to be doing. I want to be looking into the corner of the room. Keeps my posture up nice and tall. As I roll forward, I'm going to take the load into my legs this way. And as I lean forward, I'm going to catch my weight, keep looking forward and stand up. Now you notice my feet are just under my hips and they're angled out slightly like that. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to reverse the process. I'm going to lower myself down. My hips are going to move first. That's the most important thing. I'm going to lower it down and I'm going to sit back down on the chair, rest and come back up. Now ideally I want to be looking for a 3 to 4 second rep on the way down and then stand up nice and quick, all right? And we're just working 2 variations of how muscles work. On the way up, we're focusing on power, which also declines a lot as you get older. And the lowering part is called the eccentric part. The lowering part, we're actually a little bit stronger as well. So it's always good to control it. So what you're trying to do then is stop the plop, all right? You're gonna come up, you sit back down, and you don't wanna be flopping down. You wanna be actually controlling that movement. If you find those sit to stands are super easy though, you can grab yourself a weight like this. And this is simply called a goblet squat. So you're going to bring the weight, stick it close to your chest, keep your elbows in close. Again, look up to the corner of the room, roll forward and stand back up. And this is just a progression for you. So as you get stronger and your body weight becomes easy now, then obviously you can add weight to make it harder. Now, if you're somebody that struggles to get out of a chair like this, then you just find yourself a higher surface. So what I could do is maybe put some, put something else on the chair to make it a little bit higher so I'm not coming down as low, okay? And that's gonna be perfect. And as you get better, then you can start to come a little bit lower. So that's gonna be the first exercise. Now, the next one, we're still gonna work our legs, and this is called a step up. And a step up is a great exercise because simply you're working one leg at a time, and sometimes if you're just doing squats, one leg will take over. And think about it, when you're walking upstairs, walking forward, one leg at a time does all the work. And it's really important that we're strong and balanced on both sides. So again, I'm going to use a slightly higher bench this way, but you could use a lower step for this. But I'm going to, as I roll forward, I'm going to stand up, okay, and then slowly lower it back down that way. Come forward, take the weight onto my leg, stand up and slowly lower it back down. So if obviously that step is a little bit too high, I do appreciate it. You can have a lower step. You can make it as low as you need to. It could be this high if you need to, but you're gonna put all the weight onto one step and then stand back up and take it back down. And then you've got all these different levels that you can challenge yourself with, make things easier, make things harder, right? But when we look at movement patterns, we've covered off basically the main functions of the lower body, which is a sit to stand and step up. Now, for the OGs of the channel, you may have noticed that my plastic chair has now disappeared and I'm working on this bench. I was very fortunate to have this bench sent to me by Fed Fitness, who are official partners of the Houston Rockets basketball team, okay? So if you would like to check this bench out, there's a link in the description. You can check it out to see if it's right for you, but I find it to be a fantastic bench for all of my needs, whether it be in the gym or even at home as well, right? So go and check that bench out. I really appreciate them for sponsoring this video. Let's move on to the next exercise. But exercise number 2 is gonna be basically a horizontal press. It's going to be a pushing forward this way, and we're going to use a dumbbell bench press to do that. Now, I want to talk about safety first. Really important in how you load up these exercises. So what I like to do is have the dumbbells on the floor by my feet. As I roll over, I'm into a deadlift position. You can see my hips are down, my back is flat, and as I grab these weights, I'm going to stand up and pop them on my knees, and I'm going to sit down onto the bench, okay? Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to use one leg at a time, because these are a little bit heavier. These are 17.5 kilo dumbbells, and lift them up to my shoulders and lower myself down onto the bench. Now my feet are wider than the bench, okay? My feet are flat on the floor and the dumbbells are just touching the inside of my shoulders. And then I'm going to push up, as I talked about, nice and fast, and slow it back down. 1, 2, 3, pause and push. 1, 2, 3, pause and push. And remember, we're talking about the acceleration on the way up and the control on the way down. Push back up, okay? All the way down, one more time just for a show, back up. Then to get out of this, what you're not gonna do is just let the dumbbells drop. So you're gonna put your weights on your thighs this way, and as you push them forward, you're able to get yourself back up, and then you can just lower them to the side. Now, if you haven't got dumbbells like that, we could do something called an assisted presser. All you would do, you would keep the bench this way. It's up off the floor if you can't do a full version, which I'll show you in a minute. You put your hands on the bench, take your feet back, come on your tippy toes, chest up nice and tall, and move your body as one, so your chest touches the bench. Slowly down, pause, accelerate back up, and a couple of seconds down. If that's too hard, you could come down onto your knees, onto a surface, and you could do the same version. Now, if you are very strong and you can do this properly, you'll come onto the floor this way, okay? Lower yourself down, pause, and push back up. The same cadence, the same control, okay? And that will give you the upper push option and the second core move that we need in our fitness program. So the third exercise we're gonna look at now, we're gonna start working on our back muscles, all right? Now this exercise is a bit of a double whammy. It hits your core and your back at the same time. So we're going to use a dumbbell, okay? And the first thing you're going to do is put your one knee on the bench and take the other leg out, and your hips are nice and stable. You're going to put your hand on the front of the bench this way. You're going to come down and grab the weight and pull yourself back up. And what I want you to do is bring your elbow behind your body and the bottom of the dumbbell toward your hip. So it looks a bit like this. Come up, hold for a second. 1, 2, 3, and back up. 1, 2, 3. So my core's working, although I would fall over. Okay, I'm allowed to let my shoulder drop a little bit, get a little bit of a stretch, and then pull back up. 1, 2, 3, stretch, and come back up. When I've done the desired amount of reps on this side, I'm going to take it to the other side and work on the other side of the arm. And again, as you're doing it, you're working on your core stability as well, because you've only got 3 points of contact, which is your foot, your knee, your hand, and the other time your core is keeping you upright, okay? So that's the other component that we're looking at as well. So that's gonna hit your back. Now, if you haven't got a bench, okay, there's another exercise I like to use called a 4-point kneeling dumbbell row, okay? And you're gonna come over this way again. You got 4 points of contact to start. And when you lift off one arm off the floor, it's 3, it's gonna hit your core at the same time. And you're just gonna pull back. 1, put it back down, and you alternate back and forth this way, okay? Same cadence. And the same great muscles supporting your core, your back, biceps as well, okay, rear delts, hits pretty much every muscle in the back. The fourth exercise we're gonna look at is the upright movement, okay? It's called a farmer's carry, and I'll give you two versions of this. Farmer's carry is fantastic. It hits probably about 25, 30 muscles of the body all at once, okay? And it's gonna work your grip strength. It's gonna work your shoulder strength, your core strength, your glutes and your quads as you stand up off the floor, and even a little bit of cardiovascular as well. So the way you're gonna do it, grab some weights that are gonna challenge you at the 30 to 45 second mark. Pick the right weight, and if you could do this for 2 minutes, you need to pick a heavier weight, all right? So I'm gonna stand in front of these dumbbells, I'm gonna come down, again, use all the weight and all the muscles in my glutes and my legs, keep my back nice and flat, and I'm gonna stand up this way, okay? Walk back just a little bit, chest up nice and tall, and very slow and controlled. I'm gonna walk, and this is called a farmer's carry. And I turn around this way and walk back. Very, very functional because we do this all the time, carrying groceries, whatever we need to do, carrying stuff in the garden, okay? Really, really good. And if we can get strong in the gym, we can translate this into real life. Now, if you've only got one dumbbell, one heavy dumbbell, we can do something called a suitcase carry, a little bit harder, a little bit more offset, and you're gonna be working on more of your obliques and your core doing it. You hold it in one arm, chest up nice and tall, and I like to get my fingers and pinch them on the side so I can feel that muscle working. And same principle applies. I'm gonna be walking around here for about 30 to 45 seconds, and usually the grip is the limiting factor here, so optimize for your grip strength. That way, when you've done one side, move it across, and obviously you can go back the other way. And when you come to the end, again, good positioning is important. Hips come back, let the legs do all the work, keep your lower back nice and safe. Now, I'm gonna give you a bonus, okay, a bonus exercise, more of a exercise modality, and that's gonna be cardio, all right? Cardio is so important. We need to do at least 150 minutes a week to keep our heart and lungs strong. And when you can enhance your cardiovascular capacity, everything else gets way easier. You get more energy, you get fitter. It can help you protect yourself from heart attacks and strokes, help you lose weight. It is fantastic. And I've got a free guide down below as well, which will help you implement cardio into your day, and that is a free walking guide, and you can visit the link in the description to get that guide, okay? Now, I've gone through all these exercises, and you may be wondering how many reps and how many sets that you need to do to get the most from these 4 exercises. Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm going to leave a video in the top left-hand corner which breaks down how many sets and reps that you need to do for pretty much every single exercise. So head over to that video, and I'll see you there very shortly.